If you've ever watched any daytime TV here in the UK, you'll quickly notice that advertisers seem to think that most of their viewers must be over 50, probably even older. Now, on the one hand, that kind of makes sense, retirement age and all that, but the products they're actually advertising are pretty depressing. Mobility scooters, equity release, and of course, funeral plans. It's as if they think us over 50s have nothing better to do than save up for the day we die. For me, it's quite sad to think that many over 50s feel that all they can look forward to is leaving a nest egg for their loved ones after they've gone, rather than getting out there now and making the most of the next phase of their lives. Thankfully, many of us cyclists over 50 don't share this mindset. We're out there enjoying our rides in the fresh air and still trying to beat our personal bests. For us, it's far from over, and the fat lady hasn't even thought about what she's going to sing yet. As we all know, cycling is a great way of keeping fit and slowing down the inevitable aging process. But even with the best will in the world, we can't ride the same as we did when we were in our 20s, as much as we would like to. So what changes, if any, do we need to make if we want to continue riding well into our 60s, 70s or older? Well, if you're new to cycling, all I would say is get on the bike and ride. By simply doing that alone, you've already done yourself one of the biggest favours you can possibly do. Through regular exercise, you will be improving your cardiovascular system, getting fitter, improving your mental health, and lowering your risk of age-related illnesses and diseases. If, however, you are already a regular cyclist and have been for many years, it can be very tempting to simply carry on with the same training plan that you've been using since the year dot, even though you may have noticed one or two changes since then, namely that you aren't quite as quick as you once were, or perhaps you aren't able to ride quite as far, or it taking slightly longer to recover. Now, this doesn't mean that you're ready for the scrap heap just yet, but you might benefit from some slight changes to a plan that is no longer age appropriate. Continuing on with the longer, steadier rides will stand you in good stead for your endurance, but as we get older, our on-the-bike nutritional needs will change. Many of the commercially available energy products, such as the gels and bars that we're already familiar with, are designed to deliver the carbohydrates that we need to fuel the ride in a relatively short period of time. Some of them even include caffeine for that added extra boost. As we get older, we process carbohydrates much slower and need more of the slow release carbs rather than the fast ones. One way of doing this is to simply avoid these energy products altogether and try to use real foods such as the humble banana and hydrate with water. Alternatively, I've recently discovered a range of cycling nutritional products from a company called Elevar that do exactly that. They have an energy and a recovery drink designed specifically for cyclists over 35, and I'll be trying both of them out over the next few weeks as I train for my London 100 and my big Mallorca trip later this year. As we get older, our muscle mass naturally decreases, and this can result in a loss of strength. One way to fight back is to do some exercises specifically to build it back up again. You can either go all Arnie at the local gym doing things like leg pull-ups, leg squats and lunges, or alternatively you can incorporate a strength workout into your ride by adding a couple of extra climbs and riding them in slightly higher gears than usual. Even adding an interval session either on the road or on the turbo trainer can help. Regular strength workouts can slow down this loss of muscle mass and in some cases even reverse it. Not only will it make you faster on the bike, but it can also make you more resistant to injury. We also lose flexibility as we age, so doing something like yoga or a Pilates class will help improve that. I'll be making a film about strength workouts in more detail in the coming weeks, so please stay tuned. When we get home after our rides, we need to pay particular attention to our recovery. Exercise, by its very nature, will cause microscopic damage to our muscle tissue. Given adequate time, the body will not only restore this damage, but it will repair it to a level just above where it was before. In short, this is the basic mechanism that makes it possible for us to become fitter and stronger. Now, the body is more than capable of doing this all by itself, but as we get older, this process slows down. In order to make it more efficient, many people will have something like a post-ride protein-rich snack or a protein-rich recovery shake. Again, many of the commercially available recovery products focus on delivering this protein quickly, but our older systems simply can't process it that fast. Instead, we need something that will release its nutrients slowly, such as foods like eggs, milk and cheese, or a slow release product like the Elivar recovery drink. Giving the body time to work its magic is vital, which is why not going out and pushing yourself day after day is so important. Actual recovery times will vary according to the intensity of the ride that you've just done and your current level of fitness. But as a general rule of thumb, if you feel tired, then you probably are. And going out to smash another sub 4 hour century is just going to increase your risk of injury and strains rather than adding to your fitness. For some of us, getting older is all about slowing down and reminiscing about the good old days. Yeah, the 1980s. While remembering times gone by with a sense of nostalgia is fairly inevitable, we can certainly do something to slow down the slowing down. Thanks for watching.